In May 2000, the world was unprepared for one of the fastest spreading computer worm ever recorded. Before the global disruption, the events began with a single computer user in the Philippines. Onel de Guzman was a computer science student at AMA Computer College. He believed that internet access was important for education and information. As part of his academic work, de Guzman proposed a thesis involving scripts that could retrieve stored internet access credentials. The proposal raised ethical and legal concerns and was not approved by the faculty. After the rejection of his thesis, de Guzman left college. After leaving school, he continued modifying the program on his own. The program was intended to collect stored internet access information and transmit it electronically. During testing, the program was sent via email to an online contact. At the time, Windows system commonly hid file extensions, making the attachment appear harmless. What followed was not intentional mass distribution, but the beginning of an uncontrolled global spread.
Hello world! We interrupt our regular programming for breaking news. A rapidly spreading computer virus is disrupting email systems across the globe. Businesses, government, agencies, and personal computers are being affected on an unprecedented scale. We go now to our field reporter to the latest developments. Thank you. What are we witnessing as a global emergency? In just a matter of hours, email systems worldwide had been overwhelmed by a rapidly spreading computer virus. Reports confirms that millions of computers have already been infected. Major corporations are shutting down in their international networks, while government institutions are suspending email communication entirely. The financial impact is severe. Early estimates place the damage in the billions of dollars to the system shutdowns, data loss, and halted operations. Critical organizations, including military and intelligence agents, have taken emergency measures to prevent further spread. To help us understand how this virus is spreading and why it has been so affected, we now turn to our cybersecurity analyst who has been closely examining the digital evidence.
Thank you. So this virus operates through a method known as social engineering. It does not exploit a technical flaw in the system, but rather than human behavior. The virus arrives as an email with a subject line, "I love you," and attachment labeled, "Love letter for you." Because Windows systems automatically hide the file extensions, users believe that they open a harmless text file. Once the file is open, a script executes automatically. The script accesses the user email address, book, and send copies to itself to every contact, allowing the virus to spread exponentially. Beyond the spreading, the virus also causes direct harm. It overrides personal files such as photographs, music files, and permanently destroying users' data. Additionally, the program attempts to collect stored internet password, raising serious concern about privacy and consent. From a utilitarian ethical perspective, the harm caused to millions of users worldwide far outweighs any intended personal or academic benefits. From a right-based ethical framework, the virus violates users' rights for privacy, consent, and control over their own data. According to ACM Code of Ethics, computing professionals are required to avoid harm, respect privacy, and act responsibly when developing software. The IEEE Code of Ethics similarly obligates professionals to protect the public and avoid actions that could cause widespread damage. Based on these professional standards, incidents like this highlight the need for clear cybersecurity laws. ethical training for developers, secure system design, and accountability for software misuse. As a result, identifying responsibility and accountability becomes legally complex, despite the clear ethical violation.
For that explanation, authorities continue to investigate the origin of the virus, which has been tracked back to the Philippines. As systems remain offline and damages continue to rise, global attention is now focused on how such an incident could have been prevented.
Good day. We now turn to local developments related to the global computer virus that disrupted email systems worldwide. Philippine authorities have identified the individual responsible for creating the so-called I Love You virus. Good day. I'm reporting live from Manila, where the National Bureau of Investigation has confirmed the identity of the individual responsible for the I Love You computer virus. Authorities say the virus was created by Onel D. Guzman, a Filipino citizen and former computer science student. Investigators were able to trace the origin of the virus through digital markers embedded in the program's code, which led them to this residential address. According to the NBI, D. Guzman admitted to writing the script responsible for the virus. Officials also confirmed that while the suspect's personal computer was not immediately recovered, investigators obtained floppy disks containing copies of the malicious program. Despite this admission, authorities say D. Guzman may not face criminal charges. At the time the virus was created, Philippine law did not classify computer data as physical property, and there were no statutes directly addressing malware creation or unauthorized data manipulation. Prosecutors explored charges related to the theft and fraud, but the courts ruled that existing laws could not be applied to computer code and digital files. As a result, officials confirmed that Onel D. Guzman will not be prosecuted in this case. The case has sparked widespread concern over the country's lack of cybercrime legislation. Lawmakers have since announced plans to draft new laws aimed to addressing computer-related offenses, including malware creation and digital sabotage. Officials acknowledge that the proposed legislation comes too late to apply to this case. However, they say the new lawyers are intended to prevent similar incidents in the future and hold offenders legally accountable. What began as a student's experiment escalated into one of most damaging cyber incidents in history. The case has exposed serious gaps in laws, ethics, and accountability in digital age. It is warned that future cyber attacks may be far more intentional and far more destructive if these gaps are not addressed. Before we end tonight's report, we ask our audience one question. What do you think should happen next? Stronger cybercrime laws, stricter ethical training for developers, or both? Have a great day.